Welcome back to Live United. Today, we're featuring nonprofits that are making our community greater in incredibly unique ways. As you can see, I've changed my clothes from the first segment. That's because our next guest told me they're going to make me work out. Laura Pritchard Compton and Sasha McBurst are with the nonprofit gym Urban Perform. Urban Perform's mission is to improve the health of families in underserved communities by promoting quality nutrition and active lifestyles. The gym recently won $15,000 in United Way's Spark Prize competition to continue their work on the West Side. Laura and Sasha, thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you for having us.
So before you show me how poorly in shape I am, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about Urban Perform. So first, where'd the idea come from?
Well, the idea came from the community. About 3.5, 4 years ago, residents were saying, we want a safe place to exercise for our youth. There's nowhere safe for us. We're not going to walk outside. There's nowhere indoors that's affordable on our side of town. So how do we get a safe place to exercise?
So what makes this different from other gyms, Sasha?
What makes Urban Perform different and innovative is the fact that we were able to remodel an abandoned space in our neighborhood. So the community members are able to come use that gym. It's their place, it's their safe haven, that safe place for them to exercise. And we also have a flat rate structure in which they only pay $2 for group fitness classes or open gym hours. So that's very different from many other gyms that's out there today.
I was going to say, most gyms have the potential to make a whole lot of money. Yes. But $2 is a bargain. Why'd you decide to do it that way?
Yeah, we went in kind of thinking it would end up being a YMCA once the residents were asking for a safe place to exercise. That was kind of the automatic thought for it. But once we were meeting with community residents and figuring out kind of what does it look like to have a safe place to exercise and actually putting words and numbers and definitions to that, we realized that the residents were saying, the YMCA in our neighborhood didn't survive. How do we make exercise accessible for a community that does not value exercise? So how do we create value? So the community residents set the pricing structure. The first visit is free. After that, it's $2 per visit or per class. And then you can also do some monthly memberships that make it even cheaper. There's no initiation fee, no contracts, no cancellation. Totally pay as you come and need it.
I would imagine there are probably a lot of people who are watching the show who don't know Atlanta's West Side. Is it a place where there are a lot of community resources and green space where people can get out and exercise?
No.
Actually, there's not any. A lot of our members have a hard time actually getting fresh fruits and vegetables access as well. So in that area of the West Side, it's not only a food desert where we hear a lot, but it's also a fitness desert. Until Urban Perform has been able to be in that space and give them opportunities for fitness, and as you mentioned before, those access to healthy foods. We partner with the Atlanta Community Food Bank, and they come and do a mobile market for our members in which they love, and so they're able to not only purchase fresh produce, but also able to do food demonstrations and sample foods that they haven't had before, so they love that opportunity.
So is there any value to the community in having this? I mean, I can understand the value that it has to individuals, getting them in shape, but what are the broader implications of this program?
Well, I think the broader implications of exercise in general, exercise helps us sleep better, exercise helps us perform better at school and at our jobs as parents, as siblings, and exercise just gives us more energy. So with individuals doing it, it kind of becomes a ripple effect. We have one youth, he started with us almost a year ago and does our kickboxing, and now his mom says she can't buy anything but fresh fruits and vegetables. He doesn't allow anything else in the house. His siblings who are in college are now eating better because of him. So I think knowledge is power, and actually having the space to learn and create value is just the impact is endless, yeah.
Well, that's great. So I'm going to let the viewers know that how I fail and what you're going to do is no indication of how good Urban Perform is. So let's run through a couple of exercises.
Awesome.
Right.
So what do you have in mind? What's the torture?
We're going to use this. So we call it a Swiss ball or an exercise ball.
Okay. Now what am I supposed to,
I'll demonstrate. We're going to start with overhead squat first.
Okay.
So your feet are wide, just about as wide as your shoulders. Or a little wider, exactly. Okay. And you're going to squat and stand up. Weight is on your heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes.
I should be able to do a lot of things, but we'll see. We'll see if I can. So hold it up here.
Yes.
Okay, so one.
There you go.
Oh, 5 of these.
Lower.
You gotta be kidding me. Lower. This is torture. Where's my producer? She got 1, 4. Is this 5?
Very
That
good.
is 5.
Good. I'm glad you counted and didn't cheat. No, okay, so what's next?
We are going to do a plank with your arms on the ball.
Okay.
So you can start down on your knees and then put your weight on your elbows, and then you're going to lift up, and you should feel it in your core.
I'm sure I will. Okay, thank you. So start on my knees.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm going to like push forward and go up, right?
Yep,
Yes.
up on your toes. Weight on your
There you
toes and
go.
your elbows. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Excellent.
Whew. How many of these? 5?
Yes, you're just going to hold it for as long as you can.
Oh, okay.
Till we're done.
Till we're done. Okay, it's only a 30-minute show.
Great job.
Okay,
Perfect.
good.
Perfect, perfect.
Good. What's the next one?
We're going to end with just some simple jumping jacks.
Oh, cool. I can do those.
Awesome.
But you're going to demonstrate?
Yeah, I'll
Okay, so
demonstrate.
how many are we going to do?
5.
5. Oh, 5 is
You wanna do
fine.
more?
5 is easy. I'll do 10.
Oh,
Okay, ready?
yes.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job.
Great.
Yeah.
I survived.
High five.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So tell me about the people that come into the gym. What's the clientele like, Sasha?
Our clientele goes from the grandmother in the neighborhood to the kid that's in middle school needing to be active, to the athlete. We have some people in the gym that are previous athletes. We have males and females utilize the gym. So the gym, Urban Performer, is really there for the community members. So anyone who really wants to learn how to value exercise and get in better shape for their health and for their life, they're welcome to come. So we're serving a lot of people right now.
Anything surprise you about the people's reaction when you open the doors?
I don't know if surprise, but
Okay.
I would say stuff that warmed my heart.
Okay.
It's just people's gratitude. And so though it was asked for by the community, not everyone in the community knew about it. So it still appeared, and people will just say, thank you so much for being here. And the ownership they take over the space. If something is broken, they want to help fix it. They want to help keep the space clean. So it's a very, very much owned by the community. And that just warms my heart, I think, is the only way to explain
It's
it.
the best.
Yeah.
So were you familiar with the West Side? I mean, how did you decide that was the place to house this?
Well, I was a little familiar.
Okay.
I am from South Georgia, but I have a sister who volunteered and worked at the Boys and Girls Club in the local area. So upon visiting Atlanta, I would visit that Boys and Girls Club. And so I knew a little bit about the West Side and kind of some areas that they definitely were wanting to improve. And I feel like Urban Perform is a great one of those things. It's a positive spark for that area.
So where exactly on the West Side is it?
So if you are driving west on Ivan Allen,
Okay.
you cross over Northside Drive, and then it's about 3 blocks in on your left. So it's an abandoned gas station that now has a beautiful bright mural and tons of flowers out front. So it is definitely a bright light in our community.
So where'd the money come from to help you put it together?
Well, it's come from a lot of different places. We are partnered with the Arthur Blank Foundation. We're partnered with some other local foundations and as well as individual donors.
So speaking of money, so what are you going to do with the Spark Prize money?
So what we're going to do with the Spark Prize, we're going to do 4 different health partner challenges. And so with these challenges, we're going to measure our community members, their changes and improvement with their body composition and strength and blood pressure. And as well as they will be able to have accountability with the partner challenges, having that partner that's going to check in on them. And with the hope of this, we're going to set off to do 4, but the hope is that in the future, the community members will be able to lead these challenges on their own.
Good. We've got a couple of minutes left. I told you earlier that when I ran the United Way in Boston, we put a program like this together, in large part because of the obesity rate among young kids. I mean, we were talking about 3rd graders, 4th graders with onset of juvenile diabetes. What are you seeing in the community that tells you you're really hitting the right issue?
Well, I feel like when the kids walk in and they're already overweight and they don't feel comfortable moving, they're timid, they have this self-consciousness of knowing like, I know I don't look right or I don't feel good. And we have 2 young ladies that have been coming for probably the past 3 weeks because of their mom. And the first day they walked in, they were a little scared and not sure, like, what has my mom brought me to do? And now they walk in, they're like, hello, and we made guacamole and we did this. And so that, to us, it is just giving people life again and giving youth self-confidence and knowing that they can move. And it can be a process, but if this is something, if they learn now, they can do the rest of their lives.
We probably have about 2 minutes left. You talked a little earlier about nutrition as part of this. Maybe you could say a little bit more about what you teach.
Yeah, so when you want to make a healthy lifestyle change, exercise is a big part of that, being more physically active, but also eating better and making those healthy eating habits come to life. So we offer a family nutrition class once a month. That's at the end of each month. And all of our community members and also their kids are invited to come. And each month, there is a different topic. So whether it's sugar additives or making sure you get the proper protein. And so they learn not only the nutrients that they need to live a healthier life, but how to prepare those foods. And so we're able to give them some knowledge that they can really take that to move on with their life with better meals for nutrition.
Laura, Shasha, thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please walk in place while you're watching this show. This has been an absolutely great show. And if you want more information about Urban Perform, please visit their website, urbanperform.org. We're preparing to have another Spark Prize-like competition coming up real soon. So make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That's where you'll see these big muscles here for the big announcement about the Spark Prize competition. At United Way, we provide opportunities like the Spark Prize because we believe in order to create sustainable improvements in our community, we have to find innovations. We have to find people willing to think outside the box. And by we, I mean you and me and others across this community, no matter your position, no matter your race, your gender, your age, your socioeconomic status, no matter where you live. We all have ideas for solutions inside of us, and it will take all of us working together to make those ideas a reality. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.